Day three, let's go. How y'all feeling? How everybody feeling? How everybody feeling? What's good? What's good, family? Yes, sir. Let's go. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's go. All right. All right. Where everybody calling in from? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Where everybody calling in from? Let me know. All right. You know, we give everybody a few minutes to go ahead and get registered. And get signed in. Shout out to everybody who here on the check-in. Let's go. Hell, let me know something, right? So yesterday was a day that we talked about an industry that most people aren't super familiar with. Was it broken down in a way that you can understand yesterday when it comes to investing in options in the stock market, y'all? Let me know in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat if it was broken down in a way that you can digest it and you can understand it yesterday when it comes to the stock market and it comes to investing in options and really doing options, y'all. Let me know. Drop a 1 in the chat if it was broken down in a way that you can understand it. Right? You got to understand something is that. Remember, I told you guys today, what recession is about cash flow, right? What recession is about cash flow, creating things that are going to help you no matter what happens in the economy, right? And a lot of times is that we understand things, hardships happen, but in order to become successful, you have to have cash flow. And that's one of the things that I wanted you guys to be aware of is like, listen, there are ways for you guys to create cash flow, and it's just different strategies and different things that you got to that you have to put in place, right? I only got 3 days, right? I only got 3 days to really, hammer and bring resources and information to everybody. And so I'm bringing as much as I can, as best as I can, just so our community is prepared at a much higher rate. Everybody that's here, we got about 3,000 people that's here who will be more prepared for the recession or whatever is coming in the economic crash. But there's a lot of different industries and things that I wanted to touch on. But today we got another one that we're going to go into today as well, is teaching you guys about how to actually create revenue and create cash flow, right? How to create cash flow again. But this model is in a real estate model, which some of you guys are familiar with, but we're bringing resources and high level information for you guys to be able to execute on that you can literally take away and walk away and start making money now, right? That's my key, is that you guys can walk away from this recession training and make money now. My goal is not to come on here and motivate you. My goal is to come on here and educate you guys and give you guys resources that you can actually use. I see so many people do webinars and master classes and different things like that. And everybody says, hey, yo, listen, it's not that great, right? Or I didn't really learn anything. It was a bunch of fluff and they didn't tell us anything. Listen, I want to tell you guys things. I want to teach you guys things. My goal was to teach and educate. All right. And so this is day 3. Somebody said, yo, you promised us a day 4. I said, there may be a day 4, right? It may be a day 4. Let's see how the energy is tonight. We may go 4 days. I'm thinking about going 4 days. Okay. I'm thinking about going 4 days. And so let's see how it goes. So everybody stay tuned. Let's make sure you take notes tonight. Act like tonight is your last night. All right. Act like tonight is your last night. And so let's go. Let's go. I'm excited about tonight. Let me see. We give everybody a few minutes to go ahead and jump in. Let me know, what was it that you guys learned yesterday? What did you pick up yesterday from Knots, right? From Knots Don't Fold. Let me know what you guys picked up. Drop some of the things that you guys learned yesterday. Mm-hmm. Let me know what you guys got yesterday. Let me know what you guys learned yesterday. 10 contracts or more. Okay, how to trade in the indicators. Yes. Buying stock in both. The apps that you need for stock options. Yep. Are you studying the apps? Make sure y'all studying the apps. Indicators, puts and calls. Yep. You still watch the indicators. Riding the trend off a higher time frame. Call put. Yep. Buy in bulk, for a lower price. Call up, calls and puts. Money can be made whether the market is going up or down. Yep, sink or swim. Workable. Workable understanding of options. Pre-market analysis. How to read the charts. And use the right indicators. Yep. Somebody, Trish said, yo, Marcus, I learned that I need a mentor for stocks because I don't know anything. Listen, that's the thing is that, it's education. Once we identify that we can do it and it's something that, we can understand, you just keep educating yourself and getting better and better. All right. His IG account is hacked. It's like you got to go to his real page. He got a lot of fakes. Yep. Scalp day trade, holding swing. Yep. RSI. How to read the charts. Okay. Money is a tool, not the goal. Facts. Money is definitely a tool, not the goal. Right? Money is a tool, not the goal. Let's go. All right. So listen. What else? Nice on fold. Yes. Okay. So you guys are understanding this is that the super important part is that I'm seeing people learning, being put, being exposed to new information, new things. The good part about it is that if you take your time and you watch the video, you go back through the notes, right? You go through the slides, you can literally start paper trading and just figuring out if you can win or not. You don't have to trade with real money. See, you start trading with paper money just to learn. Imagine you spend 2 weeks educating yourself, right? Imagine, or you go get a new job and you go to training for 2 weeks. But the cap and the ceiling of what you'll make at a new job is already capped. The amount of money that you can make leveraging and doing stock options is unlimited, right? It's unlimited, especially when you start learning how to leverage other people's money, when you start learning how to leverage credit. That's the reason we went into funding, right? But the thing is this, as we make money, the money has to continuously work for us, right? We can never let the money stop working. So we have to make our money work for us. And that's the reason why we set the training up. It's like, listen, we need to create streams of cash flow, but we also need to make our money work for us. Okay. We need to make our money work for us. And one of the ways that we make it work for us, because if you go have 100K day, well, what do you do with the 100K? Right? What do you do with the 100K? Well, guess what? Some of the best tax benefits to put profits into is real estate. Right? When you put the money and park it in real estate, at least with inflation, the property values are going to keep going up. So you'll make a decent percentage off of your money already, especially if you can cash flow from the real estate portfolio that you build as well. So imagine being able to park your money in a savings account that grows at a much higher rate than it does in a bank, and you're able to actually cash flow off of that as well. Meanwhile, you're still printing money every day, leveraging other people's money to print money in the market, and then you're invested into assets like real estate, right? These are the keys that help you become successful. And that's the reason why I put the training on the way I did today, right? Is to help everybody become successful and be able to switch the money over and be able to pass, understand, hey, I can make money here. I can leverage and get money from here. I can create cash flow here, and then I can park it and create more cash flow here. What does that mean? That means my money is literally working 2 and 3 times for me. So now your money works 3 times for you before you start worrying about spending it. A lot of times, if you would have just got in the options and you start trading, you make the money and then you go spend it, because you don't have the training on where else to put it and what else to do with it. That's the key to being recession proof, is that you don't want to take the money out of the workforce, out of the workplace, and put it into your pocket and then start to spend it. You want to put the money back into another vehicle to let it work some more and help you generate more capital, more leverage, and help you get to the next level. All right. And so listen, tonight I got my guy, Ramel, right? I got my guy, Ramel. Ramel the Mogul is coming on, right? When I tell you, one of the youngest guys doing it, somebody that inspires me, somebody that I do real estate with, that I'm doing deals with, that's a part of the recession-proof community, and is just somebody that's killing it. Ramel, I don't know if you can see me or hear me. Can you turn your camera on, boss? Somebody
yes, sir.
killing it, right? The making of a mogul, Mr. Mailbox Money himself, right? To teach people how to actually go out and make mailbox money and get money that way, okay? And so what I want you guys to do is this. I want you guys to make sure you get your notepad out. I want you guys to lock in and be super detailed, right? Anybody that's supposed to be on here who's not here yet, make sure you tell them to get on. Send that message out, send that text out, so that way everybody is getting on, so they're not missing anything as we go through tonight and get into the meat and gravy of making money in real estate. You literally can take money from the stock market, and he's going to tell you other ways to leverage income and leverage funding and ways to make money and invest to grow your real estate portfolio. So that way we can take advantage of everything that's coming this year in the economy. All right. So listen, man, one of the greats, one of the youngest to do it. One of my guys when it comes to real estate, who's helping me grow my portfolio, Ramel the Mogul, man. The floor is yours, boss.
What up, bro? Man, I'm super excited, man. Thank you for having me. I'm pumped up, bro. I'm about to get right into it. Y'all better get y'all pen and y'all pads, take notes, because I'm going to give y'all the game. I've been watching all week. I seen Brandon give y'all the plays on how to go out there and get $1 million in funding. Knoxton told you how to print money in the stock market. And now I'm going to show you how to take that money and make it passive, right? So I need everybody in the comments. I want y'all to type passive income in the comments, because that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's jump. Let's get this started. We just said we got to press slides, and then we get right into it.
And then we'll start on the bottom.
All right, there we go. Oh, we lit. You can see my screen. We good?
Yes, sir. I can see it.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. So I'm so excited to be here. Again, thank you, bro, for having me be a part of this 3-day training. So today I'm going to teach you how to go out there and purchase self-storage facilities with no money down strategies, right? So if you ever thought you needed a bunch of money to get started, that's a lie. I'm going to show you how to raise money from other people, how to use different strategies, and the information that you receive on day 1 and day 2. See, when we talk about what recession, right? That's what this training is about. What recession is because we know the strategies. We know what industries to be in. When we talk about real estate, most people think about single families, duplexes. That's what most people think about. But the best kept secret is self-storage facilities. This is one of the number one wealth building vehicles, right? And the reason why I love self-storage facilities is because it's recession proof, right? So I need everybody to type in the comments recession proof. Self-storage facilities is the number one recession-proof real estate segment out of all real estate classes, and we're gonna break that down today, y'all. So get y'all pen and y'all pads. So before I get started, I want to gauge the audience. I want to see who I'm building with here right now. I want to ask y'all a question and let me know in the chat. What's more important to you than money? Let me know in the chat, y'all. What's more important to you than money? I really want to get a good understanding of who I'm building with here, because depending on how you answer this question is going to determine if this class is going to be for you. It's going to determine what I'm going to teach you, if it's going to work for you or not. So I need y'all to let me know at the bottom, right? All right. So we got family, freedom, time. I like what y'all, okay, health. I love it. So the reason why I asked that, because it's not about money. We gonna get the money, but the reason why we invest in real estate, the reason why we buy self-storage facilities is because we want time and freedom. We utilize the money as a tool to invest to get passive income so that we can get our time back, so we can have freedom to go spend vacations with our families. We don't got to ask for time off from nobody. I want y'all to know, if you had a 9-to-5 job, right? Or if you're an entrepreneur right now, you're running your small business, can you walk away from your business for 6 months and come back and still get paid? Can you walk away from your business for 6 months, come back and still be paid? If you cannot do that, then you're not in the right industry. When you invest in self-storage facilities, when you invest in real estate, you're able to walk away from your business and still get paid, because at the end of the day, everybody still need a place to stay and people need a place to store their most prized possessions. So we're going to teach you how to put your money in this vehicle, generate passive income, money that you make when you don't got to trade your time for money, and now you get that freedom in that time. That's what we're going to talk about today, all right? This training is for you if you're looking to make money during a recession. Like everybody, like recession is here, y'all. We looking at inflation. It's almost at 9%. So if you got $1 in the bank, it's not even worth that. It's 91, 92 cents. So you got to figure out how to put your money in a vehicle that's going to beat inflation. That's going to be able to outpace that, right? You got to be in a position to make money multiple ways in your sleep. And the reason why I love some storage facilities is because it's not only real estate, it's a small business. So as an entrepreneur, you need to have these skills. So this training, this class today, I'm going to teach you how to master no money down strategies, right? How to make money during a recession and how to become financially independent, because this is about time and freedom. The money is going to come. That's just a byproduct, y'all. The money going to come. My next question before I give y'all the game, because I'm going to really break it down for y'all, but are you prepared for the storm? I know you prepared for the storm. At this point, you got to be prepared for the storm after day one. Day one, learning how to go out there and get the bank's money easy. $1 million. You know how to print money in the stock market. The resources is here. The reason why you're on this training is because you want to make sure that you're prepared for the storm that's coming. But it's a process, right? We go from step 1, step 2, step 3. Marcus laid it out perfectly, laying up the training the right way, because we go get the bank's money, right? Then we go and play with the bank's money to generate some capital. Now we got to invest wisely to make money in our sleep. That's going to be a legacy play. And when you invest in commercial real estate, self-storage facilities, it's recession proof. And I got some results just to back it up, because a lot of times people say that the industry is recession proof, is recession resistant, but they don't got the data to back it up. So I want to show you that it's beyond me. If you look at the results right here, in 2020, we know the pandemic happened, COVID-19. So many businesses, they went out. Many people lost their jobs. So many people was furloughed. But if you look right here, self-storage was still winning at the top of the list. Because when there's a pandemic, when there's an economic crisis, when so many people start to lose their jobs and they go through foreclosures, which is what's going to happen, and it's happening right before our eyes, people downsize. And once they downsize, they need to store their items inside of a storage unit while they're transitioning to their next location. This is why you need to be in this industry. And I'm just going to keep it going for y'all, right? Right here, the results. Self-storage industry outlasts recession. This is back in 2012. So history repeats itself. Self-storage facilities is the number one recession-proof real estate asset. So this is where y'all want to be. The proof is right here for y'all. Again, the highest returns over a 10-year period. I'm telling y'all, I promise you, everything that you need is right here. Now grab your pen and your pad. It's about to get crazy, y'all. It's about to get lit. I need everybody to drop the fire emojis if y'all ready for me to light it up, because I'm about to go crazy. Or get your pen and your pad. Why should we invest in self-storage facilities? Number one is passive income. We want to get paid in our sleep. Passive income is going to allow you to be able to get the time to spend with your family. See, most of us, we get in the habit of getting earned income, which is okay. We can earn income, and then we take that earned income to invest passively. Marcus said it. Yes, we get the cash. You go get it, but we got to create cash flow. That's how you weather the storm. You got to have multiple streams of income. The reason why I love self-storage, again, is not only like a business, it's real estate, so you get that appreciation. So over time, the value of your facility is going up. So now you holding on to an asset, and 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years later, that asset then went up 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. You making money just by holding the asset, and that's if you don't even do anything else. You get the tax benefits. So many of us that we have small businesses and we making money, we getting hit in the head with taxes. You make a bunch of money, you got to go dump it somewhere. Sometimes, like, you got a lot of wealthy people that buy real estate, even if that asset may be a negative cash flow, they buy it just to get the tax savings, just to get $200,000 in tax savings. You can't get that in any other business. And what I love the most about real estate is the leverage. See, a lot of us get caught up with cash and want to have money in our bank, but that really don't mean nothing. It's about net worth. So as you buy assets, as you buy these facilities, your net worth increases. So now if you buy a $2 million facility, that adds to your net worth. So now you could go to the banks and talk differently because you have collateral. You have something to show for. And then the community impact is important because now I'm able to service people and add value multiple ways by owning real estate. This is why we need to invest in self-storage facilities. Now, I know you're probably thinking, who needs self-storage? Let me know in the chat, how many of us renting out a storage unit right now? If you're renting out a storage unit currently, type 1 in the chat. I really want to see. If you're renting out a storage facility right now, type 1 in the chat. 1 out of 10 households, they rent out storage units. It's facts. It's documented. Think about contractors. So if you're in the contracting business, you have equipment and you don't want to have it in your house. Your wife is complaining that you got mad stuff in the house, in the garage. Well, you need to put it in a storage unit. You think about a lot of restaurant owners. that rent out storage units to put their equipment. A lot of these business owners that's closing shop, they're closing down because they can't sustain in this economy. The cost of goods is going up and they can't service the debt that they take out. So when they close down these businesses, they put their equipment in a storage unit in that transition. You got people that own trucks. And if you're in the trucking industry, you may know you utilize storage units. So many people utilize these things and we get caught up. We see the public storage, we see Cube Smart, we see the big boys, but 80% of self-storage facilities is actually mom and pop owners, people like you and us, individuals like you and us, mom and pop owners. So there's a lot of room for us. Right now, there's a lot of room for us to get in this business. Why do people invest in the self-storage industry? I mean, why do people need it, right? Let's break this down. I want y'all to think about this. When people lose their jobs, when people are not making enough money, when a recession is upon us, people get stressed, right? And then they start to relocate. I know when the pandemic first happened, so many people moved out of New York City. They start moving to like Pennsylvania, Connecticut. If you're from the tri-state up north, you know what I'm talking about. So many people started relocating, and as you relocate in that time period, you put your items in a unit until you find something else. You may not have enough space. I know y'all can agree. When they make these apartment buildings, they're not making them any bigger. They're actually becoming smaller. Like I know in New York, in Miami, I know in Atlanta, you go and get these apartments, you stretch your arms out, that's it. They're not making these apartments any bigger, but our families are growing, right? We still have items. We still have so much stuff. So we utilize storage units. I know in Florida, that's one of the hottest markets right now because in Florida, they don't have basements. So that's why you see storage facilities popping up every single way because there's no basements and they still need to store items. All right, we got to go and hit the storage facility, right? Whenever you see a new apartment building being built in the area, just know that a storage facility is being built because as these people start moving into these apartments, they're making them small, like I said, and we need a place to store. So you got people that may pass away or somebody that's in the hospital, and during that time, they need to put their things away. If you in college, I know when I was in college, I used a storage unit because during the summer and during the winter, when I'm transitioning to the next dorm, I got to put my stuff in the storage unit because I'm not trying to log it back to New York. I'm not trying to go 3-4 hours away lugging up my vehicle. We're not doing that. So this is why I just want to show you why you need to do this, and then we're going to get into the how. The 10 best reasons why self-storage is the best play. Now, I want to give you a little bit of background on how I got into the self-storage industry so you could really understand. I started out in real estate 7 years ago, residential real estate, bought apartment buildings, all of that cool stuff. And as I continued to build up this portfolio, more money, more problems. So now I'm getting phone calls from the tenants saying that the toilet is clogged, right? Now I'm getting phone calls, or the pipes burst. We got to go and fix new plumbing, $10,000 bills for plumbing. Right, we got kitchens, as the cabinets is breaking down, and we investing so much money. When I look at my cash flow, I'm like, damn, I'm not making enough money. Like I'm renting out these units $1,000, $1,200, but by the time I look at my cash flow and I'm paying all the expenses and things that break down, which it does happen, I'm not making the same money. So this is why I got into the storage facility game, because 2 years ago, I had one of my tenants that stopped paying his rent, right? He stopped paying his rent. I'm like, I got to get him out of there. I offered to put his things in a storage unit, and we couldn't find no available storage units at all. Everything was booked up, crazy. So I'm like, damn, something's going on. We need to be in this industry, right? This is why we need to be aware and pay attention to what's happening. So the opportunity is around us. We get high profits. So think about this. If you buy a storage facility, you don't got to put no kitchen in. We don't have to put no bathroom in. When the tenant leaves, all we do is wipe it up, mop, clean it, and get somebody back in there. So our profit margin is higher because our expenses is lower. It's easier to manage. And I'm going to break down the applications and things that we could utilize to manage this from anywhere. I just got a storage facility on the contract right now. It's in Arkansas, and I haven't even been there. Just manage it from 1,000 miles away. And what I love the most, I'm going to talk about it, is the funding part about this. Most of you may not know that self-storage facilities has the lowest loan default rate. The reason why the SBA funds self-storage facilities, and even in this climate, is because it has the lowest loan default rate. So there's very little room for people to actually default on their loans because it's so profitable. It's remote, it's virtual. All right, so this is what I want y'all to think about, right? And take a screenshot of this. This is going to be valuable. It's 5 questions you want to ask yourself when you start out getting into the self-storage industry and you buying the facility. So I get a bunch of people that reach out like, yo, I seen this facility. I seen that facility. How do I evaluate it? Is it a good deal, right? We don't know. I say this all the time. There's a difference between having a lead and a deal. It's 2 different things. A lead is just an opportunity that presents itself, but we got to know how to look at it, understand it to make sure that it's a great deal. Y'all follow me? So what we want to ask is what is the property worth? That's the first thing that we want to look at. What is this property worth? The way we evaluate this is by looking at the annual income, and then you got the annual expenses. When you get your annual income, you minus your annual expenses. Whatever that net number is, that's your net operating income. And then you could divide that by the cap rate, which gives you the property worth. You want to ask yourself, how am I going to finance this? How can I get the money? Where am I going to take this facility? How am I going to do it? Am I going to bring partners in? And how am I going to make money? Because sometimes we get into this business and we do so many great things and we don't even make no money. Somebody said we froze. We still good? We good? I see it in the. All right, we good. Cool. That's y'all. That ain't me. All right, bet. So this is where we're going to talk about becoming your own bank. We're going to talk about funding self-storage facilities. We're going to break this down, y'all. So most of us may not know that the Small Business Administration, they've been around since 1953, right? Most of us heard about it, because of the pandemic. We started getting those PPP loans and EIDL loans. That's when most people heard about SBA, but it's been around since 1953. So the SBA 7A loan is specifically designed for self-storage facilities, and it's designed for newbie investors. So no matter it don't matter your experience level, you can get into the self-storage industry. And what I love the most about this 7A loan is that they finance you up to 90%. So if you find a $1 million facility, all you got to do is come to the table with $100,000. But y'all learned on day 1 how to go get $100,000 in funding, easy. So now you're putting yourself in position to go and acquire this asset with no money out of your pocket, right? By leveraging funding and then leveraging the SBA 7A. The SBA 7A is a 25-year term. So that's beautiful. Most commercial real estate loans be typically 5 to 15 years. It's shorter terms. The SBA is 25 years. So now you get a smaller monthly mortgage. They also do approvals up to $5 million. So if you're starting out right now, just think about this. We saying what recession? We want to be recession proof. You're only one acquisition away. You go and follow the blueprint to go get $1 million in funding. Let's say you go get $200,000 in funding. And then you start printing money in the stock market, you generating capital, and you go and invest. You go buy your first storage facility. You can qualify up to $5 million. You could be one facility away from leaving your 9-to-5 job. You one facility away from being able to be financially free. You can also utilize life insurance. I'm going to talk about that in a few, but the 7A loan is so dope because you can actually leverage your life insurance policy as a down payment. You can leverage your life insurance policy as collateral. See, most of us don't think about life insurance, or if you do have life insurance, right, you could actually go to the SBA and you show them your policy and it adds to your network. So when I qualify for a loan, if I got a $2 million life insurance policy, that adds to my network because they know, God forbid, if something happens to me, they could go tap into my policy as well. They could put a lien. So now I can leverage that to go get funding for the SBA. This is like high level information that we need to understand and execute, but it takes steps. It takes steps. So once you get into the 7A loan, you could actually get 5 facilities for $1 million. It don't matter. They just cap you at $5 million. So you could go get 5 facilities for $1 million and put 10% down and go get the bag. And once you max out on a 7A, now we're going to switch over to the 504 loan. The 504 loan is for more experienced investors. So after you got in the game and you understand how it go, now you can go to the 504 and now they approve you up to $15 million. So it's right here for us. Unfortunately, with the 504 loan, they require a 25% down payment. So that's the difference. 7A, they require 10% down. 504, they require 25% down, and there's a 15-year term. So if you just look and pay attention, I want y'all to understand the difference between the two. The 7A loan is a 25-year term, and the 504 is a 15-year term. And the beautiful thing about it, it's kind of similar. It's kind of similar to FHA. So if most of you familiar with FHA, where you could do the FHA 203K loan, where you could buy a house and also get the construction included. You could do the same thing with a storage facility. So if you go find this big, dirty, beat down building that's in your area, and you may say, damn, this could be a great storage facility. You can do a conversion in the SBA 504 loan. They'll give you the money to actually buy it and rehab all in one loan. There's no reason why we won't take advantage of these loan products. If y'all rocking with me, I need you to drop them fire emojis. Let me know y'all rocking with me, because this is life-changing information. I'm telling you, this changed my life just going with the SBA. But I want to be very transparent with y'all. I want to be very transparent with y'all. Hold on. Where we at? All right, cool. I'm gonna come back to that. I want to be very transparent with y'all. Yes, SBA is out here for us to utilize, but the paperwork is very strenuous. You got to fill out paperwork, right? A lot of us want to go and get money, and we don't want to fill out no documents. We just want to move fast. No, we got to fill out the paperwork. So I'm going to show you all the data points, what you need to put down on the applications and what they're looking for in order to qualify for the SBA. So number one, you got to have some type of cash flow. We need to have some type of documented income. I know a lot of us, we be hustling in the streets, but we business owners now. So we need to document our income. We may need to pay taxes on our money. If you got a small business, you got a credit paying business, and you making 200,000, 100,000, file taxes on that money. It's okay. Sometimes we got to pay to play. So if we file taxes on that money, we showing documented income, it shows cash flow. Your debt to income ratio only needs to be 50%, which is generous, y'all. And if you don't know what debt to income ratio means, that means that whatever your income is, they allow you to have up to 50% of that be debt. Typically, with most banks is about 30%, but with the SBA, they will allow you to have up to 50% in debt. You got to have a balance sheet. So a balance sheet is just you showing your book. So if you have a small business, we want to see where your business stands. And this is stuff we should be doing anyway if we manage in our businesses. They have loan applications as well that we got to fill out. You need to show your personal tax returns, business tax returns, and the most important one is going to be this personal finance statement. This is what they're going to ask for, a personal financial statement. On this personal financial statement, I'm going to give you out a game. I'm telling you, pay close attention. On this personal financial statement, on one side, you're going to have all of your assets. On the other side, you're going to have all of your expenses. All of your liabilities, right? And they want to get to the bottom line, which is your net worth. When you get into this level of real estate, you get into this level of entrepreneurship, it's about net worth. Like, what is your collateral? What do you have that's worth something? This is why I say we got to have ownership. Yes, it's cool for us to go at Airbnb and make money and, Airbnb without owning a property. But at some point, how you want to level up? We want to get that capital and go own these assets so that we can put it in the asset column when we fill out that personal finance statement. So as I told y'all earlier, this is what's going to get your asset column to look very strong. If you own property, if you have a life insurance policy, if you have money in stocks, so if you got money, all of this, you got a 401k, this is what's going to bring your asset column up. We want to keep our liabilities down. So if we have a bunch of liabilities, we got to put that to the side. We can't have that on our business. We got to be smart because we want that debt to income ratio to be strong. They're also going to ask us for a business plan. I know everybody like, damn, I got to write a business plan. Yeah, yes. But if you tell me you're going to give me 90% financing and I got to write a business plan, sign me up. I'll write it all day long. Sign me up. So in that business plan, they want to see where you're going to take this facility, because self-storage is not only buying real estate, it's a small business. You can actually run multiple businesses out of this real estate product, right? This land, this development, and I'm gonna break that down. But they want to see, what are your plans for this facility? How are you going to increase rents? How are you going to be strong with your marketing? Are you going to partner with the local apartment building? Are you going to partner with the local stores? What are you going to do? Are you going to have a grand opening? What are your marketing strategies? What do you plan to do to bring more traction to your facility? How are we going to be sustainable 5 years from now? Most of us, we want instant gratification. Like, we got to get that out of our head. When you're getting into real business, it's about a 3-year, 5-year plan. Magic Johnson actually said that. He said that at the conference. He said you got to have a 3-year plan. This is what the SBA is looking for. They want to see a plan for your business and where you plan on taking it. But I'm going to give y'all the blueprint on what your business plan should look like, right? Your resume is also, if you got a 9-to-5 job, you put your resume. If you don't have a 9-to-5, you just use your business plan. Obviously, they're going to pull your credit. Your credit, all it needs to be is a 650, y'all. I need everybody to type 650 in the comments. I need everybody to type 650 in the comments, because everybody always talking about, oh, my credit is this, my credit is that. You can get 90% financing from the SBA with a 650 credit score. As long as you got a 650 credit score, no collections, obviously, right? No collections, no bankruptcies, and your debt to income ratio is at that 50%, you're good. So that's majority of us. We should be there. And then if you're not there, you got the resources to go and fix your credit and get right. So this is how I do it, y'all. I'm gonna bring it back. I just wanted to show y'all the qualifications, but I'm gonna bring it back real quick. So right here is a real estate line of credit. So as you see, I actually got to update this. This is old. I keep saying it. I got to update this. This right here is $1 million real estate line of credit, and this is how we buy self-storage facilities right now with no money down strategy. This is how we do it, y'all. So we got a lender that we work with directly, that they'll give you a line of credit, and it's based upon these 3 qualifications. Number 1 right here is your asset value. So how much cash you have in your account. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give y'all the game, right? So y'all gonna follow what Brandon and his partner told you on what Tuesday, how to go get, let's say $200,000. You're gonna liquidate the $200,000. So you're gonna pull that money off the credit cards. It's 0% interest anyway. So you're gonna pull that $200,000 off the credit cards and you're gonna throw it in your business account. You let it sit in your business account for 60 days, because this lender only requires you to have bank statements for 60 days. So if I go take $200,000 off of business credit cards, put the cold cash in my business account for 60 days, now I generated 2 statements. I go to the lender, and guess what? This lender will approve you typically up to 5 times more than what the cash value you have in your account. I hope y'all catching on. If you take the money off the credit card, put it in your account, the lender will approve you for 5 times more of the cash that you have. So you use other people's money to even put in the account to go get more of other people's money. Or the money that you make in the stock market that you print, all the cash that you're generating, the $15,000 days, the $20,000 days, throw it in the account. Let's go get a real estate line of credit. Right? Your credit got to be a 650 as well with this. And then your experience is like something that they look at. If you don't have a lot of experience, then they're going to put the interest rate a little higher. So what I like to do is this. I like to find partners. I like to find people around me that I can strategize, and I can just be the one with the information. So I'm going to get with somebody, yo, Hemfi, yo, listen, I know you got a portfolio, you got a bunch of HUDs and properties and all that. Listen, I want to bring you on my team. I'm going to put you on my business on an operating agreement because I know you have ownership, right? And that's going to bring the experience to the table. All right, cool. I know Knott's got the cash because he's printing money in the stock market every day going crazy. I need you to come on my business on an operating agreement. So you're going to show the bank statements. And then you the one who putting the play together. So if you got the cash and you got the experience, you go out there and get 2 million, 3 million. It's no cap on how much this lender give you. It's no cap. So now you got real estate lines of credit, you got business funding, and you have SBA funding. You can utilize all of these resources as your funding options to go acquire self-storage facilities. What excuses do we have right now? What excuses do we have right now? So I said business credit cards. Business credit does not show. Business. and you pay it right back. Who cares? You got to pay to play. If I'm going to take it off and in 60 days, pay the little interest or the monthly payment on it and pay it right back, that's it. And it don't show up on my credit report. Who cares? All right, so now that we know the funding play, now we know how to get the money. It's cool to get the money, but we need to know how to get the deals now. We got to know how to find these type of deals. So that's what we're going to break down right now, how to find these deals. So there's so many ways to find deals. There's a few websites that I'm going to give you today that you could go and start searching tonight. You can start searching now. See, online, you could go to Biz Buy Sell. Biz Buy Sell is a business brokerage website. Biz Buy Sell is a business brokerage website. On this website, right, you can find not just self-storage facilities, but you can find restaurants, you can find cleaning companies, you can find trucking companies. It's a bunch of tired and distressed business owners where you can go and buy businesses. You can go buy businesses, but a lot of tired self-storage owners, they list their business on Biz Buy Sell with brokers. And when they list their business on this website, that's a motivated individual that you can go start to negotiate with to get your first facility. They got them on LoopNet and then List Self Storage. That's another website, List Self Storage. These are websites where you can start searching and looking for self-storage facilities. More ways of going out to find these type of deals. Now, this is what I love the most. The websites is cool. You know, we go and we check the websites, but it's limited inventory. I'm gonna be real. I'm telling y'all the real. It's limited inventory because, you know, it's hot right now. Y'all see the market, everybody on it. Well, for me, I like to build relationships. Relationships are more important than money. I want to have strong connections. So I'm always networking. I'm going to different meetups. I'm not sure if most of you know, but you can go on Eventbrite. If you go on Eventbrite in your area, you can type in real estate event or real estate meetup, and then you can find real estate meetups in your area and just go outside. Just get outside. This is what I did, y'all. I went and pressed up some business cards. I went on Eventbrite. I found some real estate meetings and network meetups, and I started going to these meetups just to introduce myself and build connections, because in this business, it's about relationships. Somebody got to make a phone call and be like, yo, is this facility that's about to hit the market, but I want to call you first and let you know what's happening. We got to have relationships. So for me, I'm building relationships with brokers. I'm building relationships with my appraisers. I'm building relationships with my bankers, my inspectors. And this is what I do. This is the gem that I'm going to give y'all. The gem that I'm going to give y'all is we want to make sure, and I'm going to give y'all the Linda. I see everybody saying it in the chat. I'm going to give y'all the Linda. I got y'all. So listen, what we want to do is give out a referral fee. So I let everybody know, listen, if you find me a deal, I'm going to give you a referral fee. I'm going to give you $500. I'm going to give you $1,000 if we close. So now if I'm an appraiser or a banker and inspector, nobody else is doing that. No other real estate investors, no other entrepreneurs are doing that. So if you're an appraiser and you know that a storage facility or a building is available, you're going to call me first because you know it's some money for you. So you want to make sure that you network with different individuals, build with your brokers, build with your appraisers, build with your bankers, build with your inspectors, give them these resources, let them know, listen, when it comes to real estate, I'm your guy. When it comes to any type of, let me know first, I got the bag for you. I take you out to lunch. Let's go build relationships right now. Like, these are the things that we want to do. All right, so once we find these deals, right, I'm walking y'all through this. I hope y'all with me. Are y'all with me? If you with me, I need y'all to type with me in the chat. Let me know y'all with me. Yes, Cracksy is another one as well. If y'all with me, type with me in the chat, because I'm walking y'all along this path. So we understand why investing in the self-storage industry is important and why it's the recession-proof business. We know how to get the bag. I showed you how to get the funding, easy. We know the qualifications, the data points. We got to do some paperwork, but it's okay. We're going to get ahead. We understand how to find these deals. We know what resources. Okay, now we're going to syndicate. So deal syndication is where you have an agreement. It's an agreement between you and a group of other investors. So this is what I do. Every single year, I have what we call a family legacy meeting. Every single year, I have what we call a family legacy meeting where I sit down with my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, everybody. I bring them together. We have a class like this, and we get everybody their LLC open up. We pull money together to fix everybody's credit. We're going to make sure everybody in position. So if you get your aunt and you got her on the LLC, you go get 100,000 with auntie because she ain't doing nothing, right? She just sitting around the house smoking cigarettes, cooling, right? But we're going to use her for something. We're going to get her credit right. We're going to put her on the LLC. We're going to go get her 100,000. Right? All right, we got bro. We're going to bring you, get your credit right. We're going to go get 4 to 5 people, get everybody's credit right, open up an LLC, set them up the right way, go get funding. And now that's going to be your group of investors. And this is literally what I've done. So now I have a small group of investors. I'm not even doing crowdfunding. Nah, I don't need that. I got a small private network of investors that we done got money for, and we go buy deals all day long. We go buy deals all day long. But it's 3 of these principles that we utilize, right? So when I had this family legacy meeting, this is the game I'm giving y'all. When I had this family legacy meeting, I utilized these 3 principles to lead my family and get them in this place. Because when I asked y'all what's more important to you than money, you said family, you said freedom, you said time. We want to do things with our family, right? We want to be able to get our kids to the next level. We want to take our family out of last place. We want to do these things. Well, number one, you got to have the information. If you don't have the information, you can't lead nobody. The blind can't lead the blind. So it's important for you to be able to invest to get the type of information that you need to now lead people. Number 2, we got to have integrity. So integrity is you being a man or a woman of your word and doing the work that you said you was going to do. A lot of times we'll go to family and friends and be like, yo, I got this idea, you want to invest in me, and then you go missing. Or you're not really following up. You're not really doing what you need to do. Just follow through. People got to know, like, and trust you. You can't run off with the money. You got to make sure everybody get paid. You got to manage this, but this is how you're going to syndicate deals without having to put no money out of your pocket. So if we have the information, you got integrity, and now you have that influence. So with that influence, you could actually go out there and get people to give you money. The other day, I got a storage facility. The other day, I called my bro up. I said, yo, bro, I got a storage facility right now. We need about $80,000 down. What you want to do? He said, yo, bro, I'm about to wire you $50,000. Now, he didn't even ask no question. He said, yo, I got $50,000. I'm about to send it to you because I have the information. I have the integrity and I have the influence. He know he gonna get his bread. So now I don't gotta use my own money. I only have my money knowing that if things go left, I can always pay him out. Like I don't borrow money that I can't pay. I want to let you. That's some game that y'all gotta follow because a lot of people borrow money and you can't pay it back. So I let the money work in different vehicles and we raise the capital from different people. Information, integrity, and influence. This is how we syndicate deals and do it with no money. Now, you got to market yourself. You got to build yourself up. You just can't jump out the gate and start doing this, right? You got to build yourself up. So you got to be a student, build an accurate database. So when I say build an accurate database, all that means is have the right people in your corner. You got to have an attorney. This is very important. When you're doing commercial real estate, you need an attorney. Things happen. You need business insurance. A lot of people running around here don't even have insurance on their business. Don't even have insurance on their property. Somebody slip and fall in front of your facility. Listen, you out the game. So we need to make sure that we have these things in place. Build this accurate database. Go out there and contact owners. So this is what I do. It's a website called PropStream. If y'all familiar with PropStream, let me know. PropStream is the name of the website. You can go on PropStream. And most people don't notice, they just go on there to find residential. Well, you could go on PropStream and you could filter down to storage and warehouse. And when you filter down to storage and warehouse, you can get a list of all of the storage facilities in your entire zip code or county that you're looking for. So now that we got all of the owners, we skip trace it, get the phone numbers, and we're going to call all of these facility owners and see if they're interested in selling. Now we get directly to the source. Develop your brand with these owners. Let them know who you are. You're in the market to buy so that when they decide to sell, they're going to think of you first. In my market, they know me. I want you to know me first. I don't want you to think about no other investor besides me first. This is what you need to market yourself, advertise, present opportunities, right? You got to list your business on Google, because if you out there calling storage facility owners, you out there sending out letters, they're going to Google you. And if they Google you, they want to see that your business is real, that you're legit. So your company has to have a website. You have to have testimonials. We got to have reviews. This is the marketing process. All right, this is what I love the most. Now, they say, I think they say with the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. That's what they say. The average millionaire has 7 streams of income, right? So I'm going to break down how you could buy one storage facility and you could break it down into 7 streams of income. A lot of times we get caught up and say, all right, I need to have multiple streams of income, so I need to be everywhere doing everything. No, this is why I love real estate. This is why I love self-storage facilities specifically, because this one acquisition, I break it down, and now I have multiple relationships, multiple partnerships, multiple streams of income. Prop stream. So if y'all following me, right, as I go along this journey, we understand why this is important, why it's recession proof. We know how to get the money for it. We know how to find it. We know how to syndicate deals. Now we're going to go buy our first facility. Let's say we acquire our first facility. Okay, this is what we want to do. Number one, when people are moving in and out of a storage facility, right? What's the biggest pain point? What's the biggest pain point when somebody's moving and they have a bunch of stuff they lugging around and they moving into a unit? What's the biggest pain point? Let me know in the chat. I want to see if y'all paying attention. If you got somebody that's moving from one location to another, they renting a storage unit, what's one of the biggest pain points that they have? One of the biggest pain points that people have is that they need help moving. They need, like, nobody want to be the one lugging stuff around, tired, hurting their arms, right? Moving and packing. See, you said, there we go. So instead of us turning down money, how about you start a moving company on your facility? So now you got 2 streams of income. You just started a moving company. You don't need no license for that. You don't need no certifications for that. You just started a moving company. All right, cool. Somebody just said packing supplies, right? All right, we're going to have a retail service now, because we're going to sell boxes, tape, scissors, everything that you need to pack your belongings. So how many streams of income we got? That's 3 streams of income so far. All right, cool. Somebody said transportation. Well, why should we send them up the street to U-Haul when you could actually have the transportation business? And you don't got to do this yourself. You could actually partner with another company and say, hey, listen, I have about 100 to 200 movers in and out. I have 100 to 200 tenants moving in and out of my facility on a weekly basis. They always asking for transportation. They always asking for van rentals, and I can't provide that. Well, how about I'll refer them to you, and then you just give me equity. You give me a commission every single time. We don't have to do all the work. We just got to be the one to plug and play. So if now I got a van rental company that I'm partnered with, and they're going to give me 30% every time I send somebody to them, that's another stream of income. So how many streams we have right now? I believe that was 4, because we renting it out. We got actual units that we renting out. We got the moving company. We got the van rental, the retail. All right, cool. As people are moving in and out of your facility, they hot. They want to grab a drink. They want to grab a quick snack, get some energy going. All right, well, listen, you're going to throw vending machines on your facility. That's only a couple, like $1,500, $2,000. If you want to go swipe that on a credit card, go get some vending machines, throw it on your facility. And now you got more streams of income coming in. So now we have 5 streams of income. All right, cool. Let's get creative, right? And this is something that I just talked about with a couple of my guys, right? So some of the storage units, you got 5x10s, 10x20s, 10x15s, right? But like 10x20, 10x25, those units are bigger. You could actually put cars in those units, right? You could actually put vehicles in those units. One of the biggest pain points that most car rental or Toro business owners have is parking. If y'all got a Toro business right now, if you're renting out vehicles right now, where do you park your cars? Where you park your cars? Like I be speaking to some business, like people that do tour, they be like, damn, I be parking it on the street or I park it in this building. I hope I don't get a ticket. I hope they don't tow. All right, well, how about you have your car rental business running out of your storage facility because you own the land, you own the units. And now it's automated because guess what? It's a keypad entry. So now when they book your vehicle, they just got the keypad code. They go into the unit, you put the car keys in the lockbox, they get the car keys, they on the camera, so you see everything. They go get the vehicle and peel off. Now you got a car rental Toro business out of your facility and it's hands off. You don't even need to be there. How many streams of income is that? I think we had like 6. All right, cool. Let's take it a step further, right? So, you know, we in a day and age of social media. We like podcasts, we photo shoots, we want to shoot content, we want to do all of that. All right, we're going to get creative here. We don't do things, we different. We don't do nothing regular. We different. So, all right, so I'm a allot maybe 5 of the units. And instead of it being a regular unit to rent things out, we're going to dress it up. We're going to put a nice backdrop and we're going to now rent it out for people to come and do photo shoots. So instead of me renting it out about a month, I'm going to rent it out about a day. I'm going to rent it out about an hour. So now I got some of my units as content studios. Some people want to do podcasts. You pull up, we got the equipment, we got everything set up. Some of these units is podcast studios, content creation, photo shoots, all of that out of this one big acquisition. Mm-hmm. What we doing here? What we doing here?
Yo, listen. I told you guys this is what recession, the ways to create cash flow. Y'all got to understand the thing about this, like it's creating cash flow, but the thing is the mindset. Remember, I told you is that your mindset have to shift on how you look at business, right? And how you approach it. A lot of people approach it from a fear mindset of what they don't want to do or they don't know if it's possible. All you got to do is think. All you have to do is sit there and think. But a lot of us don't have the time freedom to be able to sit and think about creative ways. Right? A lot of us are super creative and smart, right? You think Ramel is smarter than you? Do you think I'm smarter than you? We're not smarter than you. The only issue is that we start working at something and we start buying our time back to where we can relax and start actually thinking, right? Ramel didn't create this list at one time. This happened over time. It happened from experience. This is what happened. And being in business and being around other individuals, so ideas start to populate. You go, yo, I can do this here in my business. I can implement this into my business, right? You don't understand. It's so many different businesses out here that you can start to implement into your business. You just have to get into those environments. You have to be around those people. You have to be, listen, this is a free training that I'm giving you guys, that I brought to you guys, so you guys can understand how to get the right mindset and understand different strategies in a few industries to create cash flow to get through it. It's different. I'm telling y'all, it's different. These conversations are different. These are people I talk to on a regular basis. It's different. And it's not that nobody else could do it. You guys can do it. Everybody, Ramel has been there at a point where he was tired. And he was like, yo, something got to change. Shit was fucked up. And he wanted something more. Everybody wants something more, right? At some point in your life, you want more. And a lot of times, it's not that we don't have it. It's just, yo, the resources, nobody bring it to us. Nobody presents it in a way that we can understand it, right? When we get to actually talk to each other, it's different. Like, this is us talking to us. Most of y'all is coming from the same environment. Y'all relate to us. We're not 60 years old. Ramel not 30. Y'all understand that? I learned from Ramel. He's not 30. I'm 33. I'm 34 now. Right? Listen, your life can literally change. It doesn't have to stay in the position that you're in now. It does not have, you don't have to stay there. People always say, yo, listen, discipline weighs ounces and regret weighs a ton. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs a ton. I don't want to come back 2 years from now and you go, yo, Marcus, I remember you put that training together, man, bro, I learned a lot of good information. I want to be like, yo, 500. I was on the what recession training in. Bro, I got funded. Man, I went and got a storage unit. I went and got into real estate. I didn't even get into the whole storage unit. Man, I went and started doing stuff in my house. I looked up Neighbor. It's a website called Neighbor that you can look up, and Neighbor will allow you to rent places. If you got a extra room, right? I got people in recession proof that have a large driveway. They got two RVs parked in their driveway and make $800 a month. Y'all got to understand, like, creating cash flow that should be the only thing on your mind. Cash flow. And what does it come from? It comes from information and relationships. I'm sorry, bro. I'm jumping in. I'm gonna let you keep rocking.
Listen. Nah. They needed that, but it's true. It's like everything you're saying is true. They really gotta just take that next step. I didn't jump out the gate and do this like overnight. This is truly through doing it, trial and error, and then really being around other people saying, "Oh, Sweat, I see you got a content studio. Why can't I do this? Oh, I'm seeing a bunch. Why we can't do this? Why not? Like, why can't we do this?"
Mm-hmm.
The proof is here. When I see you, bro, I'm inspired. I'm like, nah, listen. Like, why can't I do that? Listen. He come from the same place we come from. Why can't you? So this is really what I wanted to break down. I was really coming towards the end of my training, but this is what I want us to know. When we just stack up everything the right way, and we can't skip steps. A lot of us want to take shortcuts. We want to skip steps. If we do it step by step by step, I promise you, I want everybody to write down a 3-year plan. We don't got to do this out the gate. This may be your 3-year goal. Buying a storage facility may not be something you do next month. It may be, in 3 years from now, I'm going to buy my first storage facility. My first year, I'm going to focus on building my business up. I'm going to focus on getting funding. I'm going to focus on repairing my credit, building my credit. I'm going to focus on that the first year. We don't got to be in a rush. We just want to do it right. That's all. So we focus on that the first year. Okay, the second year, now I want to make quick, fast money that is more predictable. I want to learn a skill. I want to do something where I could build up my bank because, I got credit, but I need to build up my bank because I got to have both. I can't have one without the other because the real debt is debt. You got to pay it back at the end of the day. You got to pay it back. So we want to have another skill. So you learn how to print money in the stock market, and you doing that every single day for another year, building up your bank. All right, cool. Now we're going to show that we made money. We built ourselves up. We 2 years in. That third year, now I want to go to the SBA and say, look, I got 2 years tax returns because I've been in business for 2 years. I got my business plan set up. I'm ready for you because I was on this 3-day training and they showed me everything that I need to go on this path. I understand how to put my people in place. All right, I'm going to have my first family legacy meeting. I'm going to go and speak to my mom, my dad, my uncle, my aunt. I'm going to get everybody in one room. I'm going to do everything I can to get everybody in one room. And now your third year may be the time you go and you buy your first facility. But that one acquisition could change your entire life. That could change 3, 4, 5 generations because you passing this down. This is a legacy play. Mm-hmm. This is for generations. Mm-hmm. And generations, but we got to have the information because if you buy something like this and you don't inform your heirs and they'll lose it. So you got to pass down the information, y'all. So as I close, this is what I want to ask again. Are you prepared for the storm? Are you prepared for the storm? If you prepared for the storm, I need you to type recession proof in the chat. I need you to type recession proof because at this point, you should be. You have the information. The implementation is on you though, but you have the information. So the name of the lender is Kogo Capital. Kogo Capital. Since y'all owe me. Kogo Capital. There we go. But y'all should be recession proof at this point. Y'all should definitely be recession proof. And really, bro, that's what I got, man. Like I'm here though. Whatever you want, we here. I'm here.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, boss, for sure. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on. Like tonight was amazing, right? Hold on, let me get it all. Boom. All right. So listen, I appreciate you, boss. Salute. I appreciate the value, the information, and let me finish. Go ahead and finish up for everything for the night. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. I appreciate you, boss.
You're right.
Yo, listen. Like I said when we got started, right? When we got started, is that it's so many different ways for you to be able to create income, right? It's so many ways for you to be able to create income. How many of you guys are familiar with websites? Like, he just got my brain going. So now I'm over here thinking, right? Like, how many of you guys are familiar with Neighbor already that knows and understands that you can literally go out and create income there? How many of you guys are familiar with websites like ClickBank, right? How many of you guys are familiar with websites like ClickBank, right? Let me see. How many people are familiar with ClickBank, right? And so you got ClickBank, Share Sale. What happens is there's different ways for you to create income, right? There's different ways for you to create income. Imagine this is that you can actually leverage your capital. You can leverage your credit to actually build and sell somebody else's product, right? A lot of times we don't understand and take into effect that marketing is super important, right? We don't take into effect that marketing is super important. How many of you guys understand? Listen, right? ClickBank will allow you, let's just say, let's say you got a website, like somebody has a website who sells, I don't know, clocks, right? They sell clocks. And what you do is you go and literally create an affiliate link and they get paid. You get a referral link. So you get an affiliate link. So ClickBank is an affiliate house. You get an affiliate link to sell other people's products. You get an affiliate link to sell other people's businesses and whatever it is that they have. Guess what happens is this, is that you get paid every time you refer somebody to somebody else's business. But all you do is get to be the middleman. Right? You get to be a middleman. How many of you guys are familiar? You see places like ebates.com or Rakuten, right? These are literally middleman websites that sell other people's products and get paid for being in the middle, right? And so as we create cash flow all the time, it doesn't have to be, hey, I need to go out and start my own business. A lot of times you could be a middleman and refer people to other people's business and get paid, right? People don't know, listen, you can literally pay influencers to actually market for you. So you imagine that you go and pay Kim Kardashian charges $1 million, $2 million a post, but you got lower influencers who may have 500,000 followers, 300,000 followers who are influencers for fitness. They super in shape. They wear fitness clothes, and you could get an affiliate link from an influencer clothing line, from an affiliate clothing line for somebody who actually has a fitness brand. And all you do is pay the influencer, here, let me give you $300 to wear this, put this link in your bio, and every time somebody buys off of their influence, you get paid, right? It's just about understanding how to be creative, but understanding the resources, right? It's just understanding the resources and different ways that you can get paid. And that's the key to being recession proof, is understanding it's not just the information. A lot of times it's the environment, right? How many of you guys heard about this training and you've been going through it by yourself, right? How many of you guys been on this training and you've been going through it by yourself and you don't got the proper friends and people around you that's going through it as well? And you sitting here learning and you like, yo, man, y'all need to be here and hear this, but you don't have other people to actually go through it with you, right? Because your sphere of influence, they're not motivated. They're not on the same page that you're on. And then guess what happens is this, it's 2-3 days from now, by the time you go and start having conversations with them, guess what happens? They all, man, let's just go to the club. I'm trying to plan this trip to Miami. I want to go do this for my birthday, right? And everybody wants to celebrate, but never do they get into a point where they figure out, how can I actually go and start making money? How can I be better? Who has the conversations with you every single day about being better? It doesn't happen. So what happens is that's the reason why we created Recession Proof. See, this information and the things that we're learning, who can imagine? This has been 3 days, right? How have these last 3 days affected you guys? How have you guys been feeling? Let me know if these 3 days have been life-changing and just a game changer when it comes to just being like, yo, I'm motivated, I'm inspired, I'm ready to go, right? You motivated, you inspired. You don't want, like, yo, I don't want it to end. I seen people when we first started say, yo, I want day 4. Like, let's do another day, right? Because you guys know it's so much more, right? It's so much more that we have to teach and learn to really become recession proof, right? I see everybody is super motivated. Listen, we're going to do a day 4, right? We're going to do a day 4, right? But tonight I want to give you guys, I don't know, man. I don't know. Y'all ready for a day 4 or not? Right? Listen. Give me 1 second. Listen, what recession, right? I'm doing a sale for everybody that's here to join Recession Proof, right? You guys all know what's in Recession Proof, right? Can you imagine being in a community where every single day, right? Every single day, I'm cutting Recession Proof off. And I'm not only am I cutting it off, I'm giving you guys a VIP ticket to the next Recession Proof convention. I'm knocking $1,000 off for everybody because you already applied yourself, right? This ain't something I'm putting on Instagram. You're not going to see this. This is something for everybody that's here. And I'm giving you a free VIP ticket to Recession Proof, right? I'm knocking $1,000 off Recession Proof and giving you a free ticket to VIP at the next Recession Proof conference. Why? Because this information, imagine, is that every single week, do you understand we have these kind of coaching calls? Do you understand it's over 10,000 entrepreneurs who are going through and building at the same time? Do you understand we got 16 different chapters who are going to, guess what? 16 different chapters. There's a chapter in your city with people who are taking action. Meanwhile, you're going through a training by yourself when you shouldn't have to, right? You're going through a training by yourself when you shouldn't have to, right? You should not have to go through this training by yourself. So listen, I'm sending the offer out right now. Listen, the VIP, this is the issue that we have with the VIP tickets. It's over 2,500 people on here. We literally got 50 VIP tickets that we can give away for the Madison Square Garden sale. So for those that take action today, we got 50 VIP tickets for the Madison Square Garden sale, and you get $1,000 off, right? We're knocking $1,000 off for everybody who takes action tonight, right? So what I want you guys to do is just have a mindset is, listen, discipline, right? Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs a ton. You see the value in the information and how your life could change. But guess what happens is, do you have a consistent community to build with? Are you a part of a community that every single week you have coaching calls, that you have 16 different chapters? We got morning meetup calls every single day, where every single morning we got a group of individuals on calls, right? These are the things that's included in Recession. We do weekly coaching calls, right? You get the online portal. We got 15 different, over 15 different strategic courses in there for you to learn how to create cash flow, right? When I tell you everything from Airbnb Turo, that's in there, but we got credit. We got government contracting being put in there, e-commerce, how to start your own t-shirt business on a high level, right? Different ways of how to market, how to actually social media market, how to run Facebook and social media ads if you want to create an ad agency, or learn how to run ads for yourself, how to get into trucking and start your own trucking company, right? How to be a freight broker, right? There are so many different ways for us to make money, but guess what? We just need the information. And that's the key to being recession proof, is actually getting in there and acquiring the information. I want you guys to have access to the information that's going to help you change your life. Right? I want you guys to have access to everything that's going to help you change your life. Ty, welcome to the family. Listen, there is not another financial literacy community like Recession Proof. You have not been to another training that brings the kind of value that we bring, right? So what I want to ask you guys is this, is that what is it that will hold you? What's holding you back, right? When is it time for you to make the change? And when do you go, hey, listen, today is my day. Right? My time is now. I'm the person in my family that everybody depends on. How many people? I know I'm not the only one, right? I know I'm not the only one who's that person in your family that everybody depends on, right? You've been into like, yo, your family go, man, you so smart. You got what it takes. But guess what? You got nobody to inspire you. You got nobody to help you build. You got nobody to push you. You imagine being in recession proof and you see people that's making $10,000 a day trading options. You getting results of people that's doing $5,000 a day, and they making $5,000 a day with $10,000 in their account. They putting $5,000 in their account and they doing $2,000 a day. It may not seem like, oh man, somebody might have a 100K day. That's fine, but a $2,000 a day, 3 days a week is $6,000 in a week. Right? That's $24,000 in a month. That changes people's lives. What happens is, the biggest issue is that we don't have the resources before. But now we don't have an excuse. At this point, we don't have an excuse. At this point, there's no reason why we are not taking advantage of building wealth and getting prepared. Guess what? Everything that's happened in the economy, you can't change it. You can't change that things are getting rough, that people are going to be losing their jobs, right? You can't change that. Guess what? You can change if you're prepared or not. That's the whole goal, is that you can change if you're prepared or not. A lot of you guys watch me on social media, you see the things that we're doing and you see the results. But at what point do you get into the family and join and really start taking advantage? Right? What point do you start taking advantage? Listen, it's time for us to change the game for not only yourself, but for your family as well. But really for yourself. I love being comfortable. I love being able to take my family out on vacations. I love being able to go have dinner when I want to. But guess what? It didn't come like, oh man, I just made one decision. I had to make a decision, and then I had to make another decision, and I had to make another decision. And it started to snowball effect of the positive decisions that you make, right? So that first step that I made was like, yo, I'm gonna start my own business. I'm gonna put it out there. That was my first decision. And I'm going, okay, I'm trying. And I remember my business is failing. Then I said, yo, let me invest and get help. Let me go find mentors and let me find people who are better at things than me. And I just continuously kept working, and it started snowball affecting. And I started saying, well, after I started building my business, I'm going, man, this is working, and I can be better. And I bought my first house. I remember taking my family to Disneyland for the first time, right? And then I started realizing I started making better friends. I started building a better circle. I started being like, yeah, I remember when I wanted to be like, yo, I want to have friends where I can go to their house for holidays, and we do Friendsgiving, and we do things to celebrate each other, and we buying each other gifts. And I wanted to have that kind of friends. I wanted to have that circle of friends that travel together, that go around the world. And, you know, at any given time, we can do things that was on that level. I wanted friends that was positive. I come from the hood. My friends, I had to worry about my friends dying. Right? Is they going to get shot at a party on the weekend? My whole life started changing as I started making better decisions. But it all started with one. That first decision led me into a better situation. And then it helped me made me see the world clearer. Right? It made me see the world clearer at another level. So once I started seeing the world at a higher level, guess what? I continued to grow. I continue to go to the next level. I continue to improve my life to where now I can say, man, listen, I'm happily married. I can say, hey, listen, man, I got a great group of friends, right? But my great group of friends didn't start when my business started. My business started 5-6 years ago. I started building a great group of friends and getting into a whole new world 3 years ago. But for that first 3 years, guess what was happening? I was elevating and growing to match the environment that I wanted to be in. We have to ask ourselves, do we match? Is our personality, is our habits, is our work ethic, is our integrity, is our morale, does it match what we want now on a consistent daily basis? Is it truly who we are, or are we just aspiring to be better? So once we stop aspiring to be better, what happens is that we start creating more for ourselves. We started creating more for ourselves and making ourselves a better person. We start becoming genuinely and naturally a better person. You start wanting to do more. You become a better person to your family. How many of y'all got family members that you know only need a few $100 to get through the month and they'll be okay? But you can't do it because you're not in that position. I mean, I'm now in a position, I remember, where I was happy to be able to give my nieces, you know, $5, $10, $20 a week for school, for lunch money. I was in that position and I was happy. I was happy to be the one to be like, yo, let me go out. And I was able to buy. I remember my first Christmas being able to buy everybody a Christmas present. Those were the things those were like monumental changes in my life. Because I remember wanting to get people Christmas presents. I remember wanting to get people things and I couldn't afford to. I remember having to tell my nieces, oh man, you know, Uncle I ain't got it. I can give you this. But I remember getting to that point and it felt amazing. And to a point now, I can look at my nieces and say, hey, you can go to college and you don't got to get student loans. You want to be an architect? I can help you get interns. See, I can pay for you to go to college. And I also now have relationships that can give you high-level interns so you can learn your business and learn the industry. Oh, you're going to study abroad. Don't worry about getting a summer job to pay for it. Uncle can handle that. I'll help you go abroad. I'll make sure that you can go abroad and study and get a full life experience. See, Uncle can do that now. But it was a point where I had to make decisions where I had to say, hey, Uncle got to go to work. See, and that was the point where I had to step away from my family and go to work. It was Christmases where I couldn't do nothing. It was Thanksgivings I didn't even come over. It was a Thanksgiving I stayed in the car and worked the whole Thanksgiving getting ready for a Black Friday sale. right? There's points where you have to make sacrifices. And at what point in your life do you go, hey, it's something that I want to do right now, but you know what? I'm not spending money on that. I'm going to invest here because this is more important. Some of you guys save money and let it die in your hand. Some people think that having a savings account is going to help them become successful. News fail. I'll go broke investing before I go broke investing. I don't know if y'all hear me. I'd rather go broke investing because I won't go broke investing. See, some of you guys don't understand that when you invest in yourself, when you invest your money, guess what? It starts to work for you. I'd much rather go broke and not have money in my pocket because I've invested it, whether it be into myself, into my business, and into my future. Those are the things that I invest in. Why? Because it makes it better for everybody around me. It makes it better for everybody around me. There is not, I tell people all the time, I created recession proof, not for me. I created it because I know what I needed and I know it's other people out there. Eric Thomas told me this one thing. I would have never put this together, right? I would have never put this together. You know why? Because I didn't want to teach people what I knew. Because I felt like if I told people what I knew, they would mess it up for me. Eric Thomas said, listen, if you have information that can change your life and you know it's other people out there that need it and you don't share it, then you're selfish. My life changed when I had my daughter. My business went to my grind, everything went to another level. The year my daughter was born, I made my first million. I was making $200,000, $300,000 a year. My daughter came into the world. I made my first million. My life had to change. You know why? Because I looked at her and realized when he said that, I had my daughter probably 3 months prior. And I looked at it and said, I knew what she meant to me. I knew what my daughter meant to me. And I couldn't imagine another man out there raising a child and going, man, I got what it takes. I'm on the grind, but nobody willing to help me. Nobody's willing to share information with me. Right? Nobody's willing to share information with me. So guess what I did? I created Recession Proof. Recession Proof is a family. It was only for 10 people. I only started with doing it for 10 people. Guess what happened? The 10 people grew into 20. 20 people grew into 30, 40. The events and the free events that I do was for us to come together and hang out. Like you look at those massive conferences and you see Magic Johnson, Meek Mill, right? You ain't even see Meek Mill on a flyer, but you see these amazing events, all of these different vendors, right? And you look and you go, all of these people are here. And this amazing event, man, did he start doing conferences? Like if my goal, conferences did not come. That's why it's free. It's free for members. It started as a way for all of the members who came through Recession Proof to come together and hang out. We just wanted to get together, hang out, and I wanted a few keynote speakers to come in and give us some more game. That was it. Guess what? The family grew. The family grew. That's why we now have chapters, because it was so many of us in Atlanta that was able to get together on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, and share information that we had to grow. And we created 16 chapters. But I realized that I couldn't be successful by myself. See, I realized how important it was for me to have people around me to help me become successful, to motivate me, to inspire me. I understood that. Guess what? I knew people was doing it by themselves. So that's why we created like the Facebook group first. And so you didn't have to be by yourself. You imagine, I know I needed to hear other people's resources and other people's experiences. I learned better from other people's experiences. If you mean to tell me that you went out and when you went out and you went to go get a credit card, or you went and got funding from this bank and you got funding from this bank and they told you this and they told you that. Listen, I understood at that point that if we got a community, the game changes. I understood at that point, if we got a community, the game changes, right? The game completely changes when we got a community to share and learn from each other's experiences, good and bad. How many people get to learn from other people's experiences? How many people's experiences do you have to learn from? Imagine having a community of 10,000 that's been going for over 3 years. There's nothing that you won't run into that somebody hasn't already been to. Everything that you can possibly go through in business as an entrepreneur, when it comes to being recession proof, 100 people have went through it, and we got 100 different forums and conversations with all the answers that you need. This is what it was built for. It was built to accept and give entrepreneurs a way out. I did it by myself, and it was hard. I did it by myself, and it was hard. And I said, yo, how can I help people become quick, do it faster than I did? What can I do to help entrepreneurs become successful faster than I did? And that's how the community continuously grew. It wasn't even named recession proof. It was Him 500 mentorship at first. It started off Him 500 mentorship. Literally. And it just continuously kept growing, kept growing, kept growing, kept growing, and kept growing. At some point, you guys, I want you guys to understand this, is that success is going to be, is strictly reliant on the decisions that you make and the opportunities that you seize. You have to seize opportunities to go to the next level. You have to. And guess what? Time waits for no man. Time waits for no man. You do not. It's not that, oh man, I'm going to get this opportunity again next year. Things change. Imagine it's people who already became millionaires. The first night you seen Herman come on. Herman's a millionaire already. That was my first person to become a millionaire in recession proof. Literally went and created himself and became a millionaire. Now has helped create millionaires himself. It's literally a trickle down effect. How many people will you affect to help them become financially free? Right? How many people will you help become financially free and take it to the next level? All right. Listen, I want to welcome everybody to the family. Okay. I want to welcome everybody to the family who joined. All right. I want to welcome everybody to the family. Everybody who joined tonight, I want to welcome you guys to the family. Listen, I see some people asking about payment plans. If you need to set up a payment plan, you can, right? If you need to set up a payment plan, you can. If you set up a payment plan, this is one of the things that I'm going to encourage you about. If you set up a payment plan, you will not get the deal for $2,500. Okay, you will not get the deal for $2,500 if you set up a payment plan versus actually taking on and paying the full $2,500 tonight. The payment plan is 3 payments of $1,250. All right, payment plan is 3 payments of $1,250. All right. So listen, congratulations to everybody that's joined tonight. Welcome to the family. We will be doing a 4th call tomorrow night. Okay. We will be doing a 4th call tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we will be doing a 4th call. We're going to have the 4th day tomorrow night. All right. No, there aren't any other fees, right? When you join Recession Proof, you locked into the family. All right. You are locked into the family. So listen, I encourage everybody to take advantage tonight. Join the family. We got about 35 people who said they joined, right? We got about 35 people who said they joined. I want you guys to understand we got about 15 spots left for you guys to get a VIP ticket to Madison Square Garden. Understand, we will be selling out the Garden. The lineup will be amazing. This will be one of the best. This will be the best ever convention that you've ever seen, especially coming from Recession Proof. But this one will be open up to the public. Yes, Chicago has a chapter. Rufus, welcome to the family. Rufus, welcome to the family. Everybody who joined, let me know. Rufus, welcome to the family. Yes, Chicago has a chapter. Right? All right. So listen, welcome to the family. Tierra, welcome to the family. All right. Welcome to the family. I want to welcome everybody to the family that's joined tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a blessed one. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the energy. And listen, let's just take action. Let's start creating let's take actionable steps to start creating wealth. Okay. How do the chapters work? The chapters, we have 16 different chapters across the United States. When you join Recession Proof, you get included into your respective chapter. Okay. You get included into your respective chapter. And that way you get to, you in the Recession Proof community, but you also get to meet with your chapter. So that way you get to learn with people that's in your city and be connected with people who's already, putting in the work, already operating in their businesses and already have experience in your city. So you can learn from and grow with. Okay. All right. So listen, man, I want to thank everybody who joined tonight. Welcome to the family. Salute to the action takers. Listen, it's time to grow. We're going into a recession. We will definitely see who was really putting their work in and really serious about being okay throughout these rough times. All right. You guys have a good night. I will see you guys tomorrow.